Yo, what's good YouTube? So today we got a pretty different type of banger for you guys. Today we will be analyzing, studying, and breaking down Cade Cunningham's game. So he's the clear-cut #1 projected overall pick for the 2021 draft class. But before we get into all of that, make sure you go ahead and leave a like on this video as well as subscribe to the channel for more dope basketball content. But anyways, that's really all I got for the intro. So yeah, let's go and hop into the main part of the video. Alright, so for starters, Cade Cunningham is originally a Texas native, but he's currently a senior at Montverde Academy in Florida after transferring, of course. And in addition to the fact that Cade is a 6'7" point guard, he also happens to weigh around 215-ish pounds. So you might pretty much already know where this is going at this point. He's yet again one of those crazy point forward type initiators that we're constantly seeing break out in the league right now. I mean, for example, you've got so many to pick from, but just a few here. You've got Ben Simmons, who also went to Montverde too, by the way. Luka Doncic, and I mean, even LeBron. But yeah, man, with all that being said, let's go and hop into the whole analyzing part of the video. The most enticing thing about Cade's game is that he really doesn't have any glaring weakness. And he also averaged 29 points on 66% true shooting and 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 1.6 steals, and 1.5 blocks per 36 minutes a game in last year's Nike's EYBL circuit. So offensively, he has a very good touch around the rim and attacks it pretty often in transition as well. Plus, contrary to what many people may think, he does have a good amount of poise to score in the half court too. So it's not one of those typical cases of, oh, he's only a threat in transition type. Nah, he can score in half court too. Not only that, but he also takes advantage of the fact that he's a great athlete by backing down smaller guards in mismatches. Plus, I mean, he's even got a strong frame, so he should be able to add more muscle to it as he gets older as well. With all of that being said, it's pretty safe to say, I feel like, that Cade's finishing is his strongest asset in his offensive bag right now, at least scoring wise. Although I would like to see him, attack opposing rim protectors a lot more often, as he sometimes backs down from the physicality. Other than that, his shot is pretty good as well. He shot it at 35% from 3 in Nike's EYBL circuit last year. However, on the other hand, he actually shot it at 17% from behind the arc in the US's basketball's U19 last year. So while his percentages are very inconsistent, his actual shot mechanic itself is very sound. Therefore, I think it's pretty safe to say that he's at least on track to be a decent shooter, meaning that teams will have to somewhat respect his outside range in the league. Alright, so I just mentioned the U19 circuit and I didn't really give the proper context, I feel like. So, this is Cade's per 36 numbers in that circuit. They consisted of 19 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists with 3 turnovers per game, and 2.5 steals as well as 1 block per game. His actual splits though, they were at 46% from the field, 17% from 3, that's the big one of course, as I previously mentioned, and 76% from the free throw line as well. Playmaking wise, he's easily one of the best, if not the best, initiator in high school basketball, as his passing is literally second to none, and easily the best in his class. Furthermore, Cade has an amazing basketball IQ, meaning that he can read and react to the defense very quickly while keeping his poise as well. That's especially the case when he uses the pick and roll to his advantage. However, as far as his passing accuracy, keeping it a buck with you, there's a good amount of room for improvement there. In fact, he actually averaged 3 turnovers in that U19 circuit, and that's basically directly because of that. He just really has a decent amount of bad passes here and there. So all in all, it's not really necessarily a big deal. However, that should be something that he keeps in mind moving forward in order to just get better at in the future. Defensively, Cade is a great team defender, similarly to Devin Vassell, who I recently did a video about, and go check that out if you haven't already, by the way. Quick little shameless plug right there. But I would like to quickly say this too. I completely butchered his name throughout that entire video. I said Vassell for his last name. It's actually Vassell. I don't know how I messed that up so badly. But yeah, getting back on track though, like I was saying, Cade is a great team defender. His strong frame as well as long arms immensely help him become a more versatile defender than most players. In the perimeter, he's great off ball and mostly good on ball as well. However, he will get beat from time to time, by springy guards here and there, since his lateral quickness isn't the greatest by any means. But overall, I gotta say, his perimeter defense projects to be fairly good. And that's not even taking into account that Cade's rim protection is literally insane, especially, considering that he's a point guard at the end of the day. But yeah, he times his blocks almost perfectly, as in like he's so good at it to the point that he might honestly be able to guard fours in the next level. And I don't usually just throw out the classic he can guard 1 through 5, because that's just getting overused way too much nowadays. But like I said, Cade might very well be capable of guarding at least NBA power forwards. And if that's the case, then his defensive potential will literally be through the roof, because he can already truthfully guard 1 through 3 without any problems for the most part. I'd also like to bring up the fact that he recently committed to Oklahoma State, and this was more than likely because of his brother, who recently received a job opportunity from the Cowboys head coach Mike Boynton. I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right, because I usually don't do that in my videos for some reason. But yeah, with all that being said, getting back on track, it's really not a surprise that Cade committed to playing college ball there because of that fact. Not only that, but it's also worth mentioning that next season at Oklahoma State, Cade will finally get the opportunity to be the center of attention, as he hasn't really been able to show his full potential at Montverde, which is arguably because they are literally the most stacked high school basketball team of all time. At least it feels like it, because they literally have 5 5-star recruits and went undefeated this season with a 25-0 record. But yeah, I mean, to summarize the point, it should be fun to watch Cade next season at Oklahoma State, as he will be getting a lot more shots up than he did this year at Montverde's stacked roster. Alright man, so that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed and or learned something new about Cade's game in this video. And if you did, then make sure to leave a like. Also subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe down below which player I should analyze next. But with all that being said, I'll see you all in my next video, and peace and love to everybody.